Hello, hatboro-horsham. Here's a tape I'm just going to put together. Try to go through it quickly because there are so many examples that I'd like to put out here for you. To get that progression in your head and those chord changes from the first to the fourth and the fifth. What's the first, the fourth, and the fifth? In the key of E, the first is E. That's 33% of the quiz right there. Everyone should at least get 33 in the quiz. And the 4 chord is an A chord, and the 5 chord is a B, off of the B7th. So I just want to do some songs here to get that into your head and encourage you to get this progression that we've been using, the 12-bar blues. I found or thought of a lot of songs that follow or very closely mimic that progression, and any of them that you like, you're welcome to and encouraged to just try to play it. It's 3 chords, and the important thing is for you to hear those chord changes. That's what is key to this entire exercise, the Delta Blues, or anything you ever play. So if I have just a progression like this, and I'm going to be playing it various ways, you hear this E, that's an E chord, you hear that A, and it's a A chord, and you hear the B here, formed in this B7th that we talked about in class, which is rolled up from this, from a C7th to a B7th, that formation. So let's just go through some of these, and of course, you start off with Elvis. Don't be cruel. You know how I made you mad. Dun, dun, dun. I'm on the E. I'm on the A to the E. Dun, dun, dun. To the B. To it. So that's a perfect example of an E-A-B song. You should just try to play those things by yourself without the A, just by hearing it. That's the important thing. You take a lot of the old rock and roll songs like Tutti Frutti. Right? Tutti Frutti is Tutti Frutti, oh Rudy, Tutti Frutti, to the A, to the E, to the B, to the B, excuse me, da, 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 and to the A's. With the rock, bop, blue, bop, bop, bam, bam, and all that stuff. Hound dog. Right? You ain't nothing but a hound dog. See, A, crying all the time. You ain't nothing to the A, hound dog, just crying all the E. Or the 1 chord, and then the 5 chord. And that no friend of mine, but they said you was high class. And that was just a lie, etc., etc. Same thing for that song. Folsom River Blues. I hear the train a-coming, rolling down the track, whatever it is. Dun, 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 dun. But I'm dun, 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 dun. And then to the B, and then the A, and so it goes for the whole song. Shake, rattle, and roll. Go back to the 60s or 50s. I said shake, rattle, and roll. See, that's an A. Shake, rattle, and roll. Now it's going to go to the A. Hear it? Roll, and back to the E. You got to hear that. And then B, A. One that they're playing incessantly now on a commercial. Going up the country, tell it where you wanna go. Going up the country, A, gonna wanna go, A. Going to some place where I never been before. Gonna leave the city, gotta get away. Yeah, the song. And a couple other good ones I'd rather save till later. Crossroads that Eric Clapton did, but that's not quite this progression. Same chords though. Tracy Chapman's Give Me One Reason. I'd like to do that. I'd like to cover that in class someday for a full class. Rock and roll music, listen. Just let me hear some rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can listen on the A. E, you know, time you use it. And then B, got a bit rock and roll music. If you want to dance with me. Same type of progression, same thing, rolling through that 12-bar blues. Let's go down here where Baxter is. And you have the classic Kansas City, the perfect 12-bar, 4E, 2A, that same formula. Going to Kansas City, here I come. To the A, going to Kansas City, here I come. Back to the E, to the B, 5, and A, well, it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. I'm on the E. Talk, and we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Now the song starts. Put your dun 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 on the E. We're gonna A. On the clock tonight, we're gonna E. Rock till broad daylight, we're gonna B. Around at the A. On the clock tonight. That obviously goes for 11 more hours. So not of singing. One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. Dun, dun. And I forget the words, but it just says it's a 12-bar blues. It goes just like this. And then to the A. So I'm just going to, and then back to the E. And then to the B. A, and then the E. Another good one that we should actually jam with someday, because it stays on E forever, and when he's talking, and you just throw all these little licks in, kind of like very much like Jim Morrison's L.A. Woman, same thing. Good stuff to fool around, a lot of fun. So Midnight Special, let the Midnight Special shine its light on me. To the Midnight Special, the B, shine its ever-loving light on me. That's not the same formula, just something just very similar to it. Memphis, long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. Help me try to find this, trying to get in touch with me. To the A, you can hear it, not need the number, but I know who place to call. Cause my uncle took it and he wrote it on the wall. All the same type stuff. Wipeout, you probably wouldn't think Wipeout was in that. Wipeout is in that 12-bar blues. See, if you, just another little giveaway, you go. That's the entire. And I'm in string 5, fret 2, open string 4, string 4, fret 1, and string 4, fret 2, and that just repeats. Now I hope by now you can hear, like, I think that's repeated in the next chord, and yes it is. So now you get on string 4 open, string 4, fret 2, string 3 open, fret 1, fret 2, string 4, fret 2, string 3 open, fret 3, fret 1, then 3, fret 2. And ask me in the next class and I'll give you the next part, or try to figure it out with your head. So, and that goes A. You hear the first chord coming up, hear it? Now you hear the fifth chord, fourth chord, fifth chord, or first chord. I just turned it around. That is the 12-bar blues progression that we've been playing. Ruby. Okay, fine. I love a girl and a Ruby was her name. I'm on the E. A. E. And then to the fifth, and the root, fourth, and then the first. You can knock me down, step on my face, slander my name all over the place. Doing a thing that you wanna do, someone ain't baby, don't lay off them shoes. But fourth, step on my blue suede shoes to the E. And then a B, you can hear it. Off of them blue suede shoes. And hound dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, just a crying all the time. I'm on the E. Then you hear it to the A, trying all the E. And then B, every on a rabbit at A. And a friend of mine, we'll see Ryder. We'll see now what you have done. See, I'm on one. Whoa, see, on the four, C Ryder. Well, E, see what you have done. You have, there's a 5 chord and then 4 chord. And of course, the Beatles. The Beatles. So what did the Beatles do? Well, the Beatles did. I've been told when a boy kisses a girl, take a trip around the world to the 4 chord. Hey. Hey, hey, and then, hey, talk about boys. My girl says when I kiss her lips, feel the thrill to her fingertips. Hey, hey, to the 4 chord, back to the 1 chord. Do what you do. The Beatles, of course, they're. Why don't we do it in the row? Do it in the row. Why don't we do it in the row? To the 4 chord. Why don't we do it in the row? First chord. Now it's going to the 5th chord. No one will be watching us. Why don't, and there's a 4. Why don't we do it in the row? Back to the 1 chord. Paul worked really hard on that one. About a John and Yoko. It's just standing on a dock in Southampton, trying to get the Highlander friends. The man in the Mac says you gotta go back. You know he didn't even give us a chance. Crash, you know it ain't easy. To the 4 chord, you know how hard it can. 1 chord. The way things are 5 chord, 4 chord. Needs to find me. It's the whole song, man, right there, except for that little middle 8 that they had. And finally with Ray Charles. Ray Charles with it. See the girl with the diamond ring. She knows how to shake that thing, to the 4 chord. Alright, to the 1 chord. Tell me what I say. 5 chord, 4 chord. And some songs that are not blues songs are that use that. There are plenty of songs that aren't blues songs that use that very same thing. Like I have climbed highest mountain, I have run through the fields, only to the 4 chord, only to E chord, the 1 chord, and then the 5 chord. I still haven't found 4 chord what I'm looking for. And then 5, haven't found what I'm looking for. So there's a bunch of rock songs, a bunch of classics that you can see. They use that 12-bar blues or something very, very close to it. They might extend, like in About It, John and Yoko. It's an extended. It's like a 16-bar blues where he stays on that E chord for long, but then once he gets into the progression, you're back to that very same progression where you play A twice, you go to E, play that twice, and you play B once, and then you play A once, and that's it. So there's plenty for you to just explore and to start to hear the relationships of those chords. That's the important thing. See you next tape.